Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today I'm going to start with the part 2 of our multi-currency series which we have started last week. Okay, so in this part 2 we will learn about the point number 2 and point number 3, and we will see how to process the sales invoice in the foreign currency in Business Central, and how to run the adjust exchange rate batch, and what is exactly the use of that batch. Okay, so let me open up the system. So this is our system, and in the part 1 we have learned that we have created a new foreign currency which is INR in our case, because our local currency for this Business Central is US dollar. Okay, so apart from this new currency, we have created exchange rate master also for this INR currency, and we have created three lines, okay, for August month. Let's say now today is 17th of August, and if I check my settings, then here let me change my work date to 17. Okay, and let's say we will have to create a new sales invoice on 17th of August for INR. That means we must have to define the exchange rate of INR for 17th of August in this setup. Let's say if you do not create a new line for 17th of August here, then system will choose, or you can say pick, the line of the closest date from the today's date. So in our case it will be 15 then. Okay, but no issue, we will create one new line here for 17th of August, and let's say the rate will be 74. Okay, no, okay, let me keep it rounded off. So 75 and 175. Okay, so this is how, what exactly the rate of INR with against the US dollar in on 17th of August. But now I just want to add one more line, and the date will be of 31st of August. And 31st of August, let's say we will consider the rate of US of INR will be 70. Okay, and here also 70. So this means that on 31st of August, if we receive any payment from our customer, then we will be on the gain side. Okay, so but first of all, let me create a new sales invoice and check whether system will pick the rate from this line or not. Okay, so let me keep this in a separate window and create a new line. And here click on the sales invoice, and here we will select our INR customer. Okay, in our case I have already created one new foreign customer whose currency code is INR. Okay, so I'm selecting this customer, and if we look it into the invoice detail, there's a field called currency code, and by default system picks the INR currency from the customer card. Okay, now the next important thing is to check what exactly the exchange rate picked by the system in this invoice. So to check that, you must click on this assist edit button, click here, and here you will get a picture of exactly what rate is picked by the system. So as I mentioned earlier that on 17th of August, the rate of our INR is 75 against 1 US dollar. So system actually picked the rate from our exchange rate master. Okay, and one more thing is that as you can see here that the exchange rate amount field is uneditable, and the relational exchange rate amount field is editable. So how come these editing property is set by the system? So as I mentioned in my part 1, that in the exchange rate master there is a field called fixed exchange rate. Let me keep this big. So this is the field fixed exchange rate amount. So on 17th of August it is mentioned here that the currency exchange rate amount should be fixed. So that is why the exchange rate amount field is in non-readable form. And from here we can either make both exchange rate and relational exchange rate field uneditable, or we can make single field only uneditable. It depends on your requirement. Okay, so that is with the rate. I'll click OK. Now it's time to create a new line in the sales invoice. So I'll select one item, let's say this one, and here I will put the quantity as 1 and the price will be, let me put here 750. Okay, so this is my INR rate. Okay, it is not US dollar rate but INR rate. It totally depends on like what currency code you are choosing on your invoice. So whatever the currency you have input, system will check or input the price uh, as per that currency only. But no problem, if you would like to see what exactly the US dollar price or what exactly your local currency price against this foreign currency amount, then you can always check that from by clicking on invoice function and click on statistics function. This will open up a statistics window, and from here you can exactly check that what is my FCY amount, which is actually foreign currency amount, and what is my local currency amount. So my local currency amount is $10, okay, and my INR is 70 700 750, okay, 750 INR. So this is from where we can check and compare both our foreign currency amount and our local currency amount. Let me close this. And now next thing is that let me, before posting, let me actually update the dimension of this invoice, because in my case the customer group dimension is mandatory. So I'll input the dimension here before posting. Let me click on close, and yes, I want to update the lines also. So that's it. Now my invoice is prepared. Now I'm ready for posting. So just click on post. And do you want to post the invoice? Yes. And see, it has successfully posted the invoice. So let us check the posted invoice. So now this is my posted invoice document, and let me check what are the documents made by the system when we posted the invoice. So to check that, click on invoice and click on navigate. From here we can see that what are the documents which were made by the system when we posted the invoice. But actually we are more interested in customer ledger entry. So let me click here, and here we can see that system created one invoice ledger entry against my customer, and the INR amount or my foreign currency amount is 750, whereas my local currency amount is 10. So here you can also check likewise we have checked in the statistics window before posting of an invoice. We can check in the customer ledger entry also both our foreign currency amount and our local currency amount. Okay, and if I check my detail ledger entry, then I'll click here in my local currency and see only one initial entry has been created by the system of foreign currency 750 and foreign currency as 750 and local currency as 10. Okay, now let's say this is an right now the state of this invoice is open. See, open, which means that we have not received any payment from this customer at the moment. And now let's say we are on 31st of August, and till then also we have not received any payment. And let me change the work date for my system. So till now we are on 31st of August, but we have not received any payment from our customer. So let me show you the currency exchange rate first, that whether we have any exchange rate available on 31st of August or not. So this is our 31st August of rate, and here let me change the date, or let me change the exchange rate amount. Here is from 75 to, let's say, 70. Okay, so this means that today's rate is 70, but this means that on 17th of August the rate was 75 when we posted the invoice of our customer, and now on 31st of August the rate is actually decreased from 75 to 70. So this means that actually the rate which is decreased is the foreign currency amount and not the local currency amount. So this means we are on the gain side. Say that, for example, if customer has to pay the 75 amount to us, 750 amount to us, and now the customer will pay the same amount 750, but we will, when we deposit that amount in our bank, then that means that will be something like 1.25 or something like that. So initially, if we receive the payment on 17th, it will be only $1 for us, let's say, for 75 INR, but now it will be something 1.25 or something. So that means we are on the gain side. Okay, if I increase the amount from 75 to 80, that means actually foreign currency INR is actually increased, so we will be on the loss side. Okay, I will show you, let's say, with this rate, and see how system actually process the gain or and loss entries. Okay, so select that INR currency, and from here click on process and run this adjust exchange rate batch. So what this batch actually does, this batch actually checks the open invoices of the customers, vendors and bank accounts, and those process the amount of those open invoices with the current date exchange rate. Okay, so in our case, let's say in the starting date I will put it blank, because I don't want to give system any range from which the system actually checks the invoices. I want all the open invoices to be processed till 31st of August. Okay, so it will check and cover all the open invoices till 31st of August. Okay, now the posting date I will keep it as 31st of August, and the document number, let's say, I will input here as T2. Okay, now here I just want to make this check mark to true, that yes, I just want to adjust both my customer, vendor and bank. Okay, now let's click on OK. So it is actually successfully adjusted open entries for us. Okay, click on OK, and let us check our invoices or our customer ledger entry, but whether it has any impact or not. Okay, I'll select this and let me open this card. And see, if I click here and see, our foreign currency amount, which is 750, is quite same, because customer is not going to pay us more. But if I click here and see the detailed ledger entry, then you can see that initially when we posted the invoice, system created only one line. But now after running the adjust exchange rate batch, system checks and process that open invoice with the current exchange rate on 31st of August. And on 31st of August, the rate was actually 70 and not 75. So that means when we deposit our 750 INR in our bank, it will be more, it will be on a gain side for us from when we compare the rate of 31st of August with the 17th of August rate. Okay, but if you look at this caption, it is mentioning here that it is actually unrealized gain, which means that we have actually not gained something from this invoice because customer has not paid us still. Okay, when the customer will pay us and when we apply that payment entry with our invoice, system will actually reverse this unrealized gain entry and posted one realized gain entry. Okay, so let us check it also first. If I create one payment line for this customer through, let's say we will create a payment journal, cash receipt journal, and I'll select the document type here as payment, and on account type I will select the customer, select the customer number which is 7C0020, and here let me click on apply entry and select my invoice which I posted just now. So in our case this is our invoice. Select this, click on process, press set applies to ID and click on OK. So that's it, and here I will select the bank account to checking, sorry, savings. Okay, so that's it. Now post this. Okay, we have to provide the dimension also. So for that we have to check more options or navigate. Okay, line and dimensions. Here let me input the customer group as medium. Click on close and now post it again. Okay, now it is asking me to provide another dimension, so I'll click on dimension again and provide a dimension here as department, and let's say production department. Click on close. Now let us see the post results. So it has posted. So let us go back to our customer card again. Open this, click on balance and click on amount, and here you can see okay, I have selected wrong actually. Let me click on here again, and if I see the filter, I'll just cross this, and now let us check our result of invoice which we posted on 17th of August. So this is our invoice. No, So see, yes, uh, this is our invoice. Okay, so when we posted the same, system actually first when we run the batch, system created one unrealized gain entry, but at the time of payment, system actually reversed the gain unrealized gain entry. Okay, so from 0.71, which is in the positive side, now system reversed that unrealized gain entry and put a minus sign here. And if we look at the payment line, we click here, and system actually created one realized gain entry line. So this means that when we run the batch of adjust exchange rate, system post the unrealized gain entry or the unrealized loss entry, depends on your exchange rate. And then when you apply that invoice with the payment, system actually reverse that unrealized entry and make it or convert it into realized entry. Okay, so this is how the working of multi-currency uh, transactions in the business central. It totally depends on the exchange rate amount which you define in the exchange rate master, and the date. The use of date is very much in this multi-currency series, or you can say the concept, that whenever you post any multi-currency transactions, please make sure that you have the correct exchange rates defined in the system, and based on which system actually process the documents and provide you a complete insight of your loss or gain. Okay, so that's it in the part 2 of the video. I hope you like this. In case you like the video, please click on the like button and hit the subscribe button also. And in the last part, we will see what is exactly the use of the additional reporting currency in the business central. Okay, uh, accidentally guys, we have covered the point 4 also, that how to process the foreign currency payments, because we have just seen that how to post the payments and check the end results of realized gain and unrealized gains. Okay, so that means we are left with only part we are left with only one point, which we will cover in the part 3. Okay, so by the time, thank you guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye.